you're new to the channel, welcome to the Clouder. My name is Grant Pulse. If you're a returning Clouder member, thanks for your continued support. Today's video is on the upcoming game, The Bornless. Since I am in the creator program for The Bornless, I was fortunate enough to not only be given more exclusive footage, but to also be allowed to record some in-game footage from a recent stress test. All the footage you're about to see is from an unfinished build. The in-game footage and exclusive footage are all still works in progress. I can assure you, though, that the dev team is fantastic, works very closely with all of its community, and not just the creators. With that all said, let's bounce into the video. Alright, so here's our spawn point. This is our matchmaking table, and also the device that gets us into Farmouth Island. Here we have our character area. This is where we select who we want to play. We can look at their lore. We can check out their stats. This is the lore for Joan specifically. That's the character that I was mostly playing for the stress test. And as far as the stat tab goes, you have your character level, the hours you've been on the character, headshots, kill shots, things like that. For those of you who like keeping track of that stuff, that's where you'll go. As far as the character selection, I think we have a really good amount of characters at the moment. More are in the works, on the way. Here we have Denzel, Harry, Polnock, Joan, and Milton currently available. You can unlock the other characters with in-game currency that you get from leveling characters and just playing the game. And then our demon selection, currently you start off with Oribus and Belial, both of which are really good demons. The one I'm most looking forward to personally, though, is Zagan. I love Zagan. I think my second favorite after Zagan is actually Bale, who we don't have quite yet, but I look forward to when we are able to unlock Bale, because I want to have a duo where one of us is Zagan and one of us is Bale, because I really want to try riding on Bale's back. Alright, with that we move downstairs. Downstairs here we have some cozy atmospheric stuff like the fireplace. We have our good old timey jukebox that plays some 1960s music. A couple nice selections there. I really like the music in this game, but I grew up on older music, so it's not new to me. My favorite poster in the world. Gotta love the Spam poster. Nice choice, guys. I literally took the time to read the entire poster. Like, I was so enthralled by it. Don't judge me. But beside the poster there, you can see on the pedestal is the lore tome. And this is the other location where you can just stand and read the lore. And then we come around the corner here. We see the other side porch there. And then we have our locker and our weapon crafting bench. And of course, I'm taking my time soaking in everything, because this is the first time I was able to get in and just chill and fully check out the safe house. Now, safe houses you can expand and you can customize, not this section specifically, but there will be sections that you can fully customize yourself, and they will be shareable. Your friends will be able to join you in them, which is really cool. Now, here is a closer look at the benches. Here's our loadout area, our loadout locker. You can put a lot of stuff in the storage locker. It to me looks like there's more than enough space there, and then of course you move that into your in-game bag. Down in the basement here, there's some Easter eggy kind of stuff. We have the opening bench. Obviously it's not finished yet, but they're working on it. We have our sofa with our Popeye cartoons. Gotta love the Popeye cartoons. This is one of the expansion spots that you can activate. And then we have some of Jake's boots. Inside Discord joke there. If you join the Discord, you'll immediately learn the story behind the boots. I don't know why I spent so much time looking at the boots and watching, like legit watching Popeye cartoons, but I definitely liked the Popeye cartoons. But there's other stuff in the basement that I was in, informed about prior, and I didn't check it out during this test. I had next play test coming up. I'm going to make sure I go and investigate some other things. So yeah, that's the main section of the safe house. Then we head outside, and outside we have our lovely outhouse. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while. Then we have our garage where we can modify vehicles in the future, possibly. And we meet Catherine, who's a member of the Order of the Agna. We saw her little backstory. So yeah, that's the deal with Catherine there. And like I said, those were kicking around the idea of letting us modify our vehicles. They would be like temporary, just per match adjustments, but no word on how solid that is just yet. Here we have Hog, our in-game merchant. He also dishes out the quests, so if you're somebody who likes to do the side quests, Hog is where you'll go. He also offers weapons, ammo, and medkits. Personally, I probably won't buy weapons from him too often, but I'll probably go through a lot of ammo because I'm a terrible shot. So, medkits and ammo are probably what I'm going to spend the most money on in this game. You'll also notice on the front there's some tarot cards. That was revealed in a previous video of mine. They're working on those at the moment. They look really cool. I'm hoping they do actually make a physical set of the cards, because I would love to have a physical set of the tarot cards. Here's our safe house crafting bench. That's where you can craft items to build and decorate your safe house. Over here is the creepy cemetery with all the bone tombstones. And don't mind me just running around like a squirrel. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's this? Ooh, shiny. But like I said, I was just taking in everything for the first time, like really, really good, because I was able to just chill and investigate. And over by said creepy bone tombstone cemetery, you'll find Cho, and we'll get some of her lore as well, her background. She doesn't like Mary, and she'll tell you all about that. by sea snake, she's talking about the Leviathan, which is still being worked on as well. But great things come to those of us who wait, right? This takes you back to Soul Mirror and is also an expansion point for your safe house. So we have two expand safe house areas, one in the basement and then one here at this gate. So you have lots and lots of room to create your own little world within the game. And here is me practicing the vaulting mechanic that they just added in. Smooth. I didn't have any issues with it. I didn't glitch out or anything anywhere. Any issue I did have was my own timing problem. And that was totally on me. That had nothing to do with the vault mechanic itself. It was just potato being potato. But yeah, I got up here on the roof easy peasy and found this poor little sweet innocent plushie being burned in the chimney. You monsters, why'd you put him in there? Shame. Shame, I say. Anyway, moving on to the next segment. So this is dev footage of the vaulting mechanic. This is them jumping over various items in the game to show, that it's not just, roofs. It's pretty much anything you could reasonably vault over, you can now vault over. I think this is going to be really great when it comes to fights. I'm really hoping we have more fights like within the houses and stuff, because the houses are super cool. In a previous video, I went over the fact that they've recently upgraded the houses because of Unreal Engine 5.6, and the houses have way more detail now. They look way cooler. There's subtle little tiny details like the wallpaper and shit. They look much better now, and I really like the vibe and the aesthetic of the houses now. But yeah, I think fighting with the vaulting and everything will be way better in those tight spaces. And here we have some dev footage of the puzzles. This puzzle in particular are the flying chorus birds, which will open chests if you shoot the appropriate colors and amounts of birds. For example, the single pink bird opens the pink chest. The single green bird opens one of the green chests, but the other green chest needs all three of the green birds. So yeah, that's an interesting little mechanic. Those birds will be flying around in the air around the map. The next puzzle is hidden items. Here we have the bells. These, when shot in a certain order, produce a special item. That item, in this instance here, in this example, being the legendary hammer. Some of these hidden ones will have lore tied to them, so keep that in mind. This puzzle here is a puzzle of the which is different kind. When you see these colorful spirits, find the odd animation to solve the puzzle. So in that instance, it was the moving birds. And then that'll open door, chest, whatever. The devs did state that some puzzles will be a mix of these, and you'll have to do more than one type. Over here, we have the pressure plate switch. Might just be one pressure switch, in which case you can do it yourself. Maybe two, in which case you'll need your partner's help. But there will be instances where there will be more than two, and you might have to team up with another group. So sometimes you might need that alliance. And then, lastly, we have the Morse code puzzle. You use a little cheat sheet, you figure out the code, and you plug it in, and it'll open a chest. I think it's cool. It's a very interesting puzzle mechanic. You don't see Morse code stuff in games too much these days, but given the vibe and aesthetic of the game, this one totally makes sense. So yeah. Chest for chest. I doubt it'll be that easy in game, but you never know. So, those were the puzzles. And last but not least, my favorite update. I was so excited for this. We, on top of the motorcycle and the truck, are getting a hippie van. I love the look of it. I'm told it hits like a truck if you run over other players. Um, but mostly I like the look of it, the aesthetic, you know. Who would want to just drive around in a 1960s era game in a friggin' Volkswagen wagon, van? Like, I just think it's super neat, super cool. Especially if we can modify it. Like, if we do get the garage modifications, I'm very curious as to what we could do. Alright, so that is all the new footage for now. Um, I gotta say, the stress test was a blast. I had a very, very positive experience, a lot of fun. I want to thank the devs for giving me the opportunity to be able to do this. Uh, and I gotta say, my favorite run of all the runs I did was the one where I ran into some devs, and it was a very funny moment. Um, I recognized some voices, I knew who they were, and I saw them, and they shot at me. To which I started screaming, I'm potato, because that's how they know me in the server. And then, of course, they were like, oh, it's potato, and they stopped shooting at me. And then we just, had a good time going around, killing stuff, laughing, joking, having a good time. It was wonderful, and I will remember that for a long time. It was great. Um, we also have another playtest coming up. There is the weekend playtest this October 2025 on the 25th and the 26th. If you'd like to be a part of that, hop in the Discord, and there'll be information posted in numerous spots, I'm sure. Or you can just, pop in and ask somebody about the playtest, and you'll probably get lots of responses. The community is really great and very supportive. If you have any questions, everybody hops in and tries to answer to the best of their ability. So yeah, definitely come check out the playtest this weekend. It'll be a lot of fun, I promise. The game is fantastic. I've been enjoying it thoroughly from the stress tests and everything that I've been a part of so far. And yeah, but the Bornless is awesome, and you should definitely wishlist it and join the Discord. Alright, that's it for now. Bye bye!